Um, wow, okay. Um, Mindfulness and the coherence with your heart, they're certainly intertwined. There's no doubt about that. And I think that in many ways, we perhaps actually attach the word mindfulness in respect to emotions that we have when we react to something. And somehow we seem to think that when there's a negative situation that we can't be mindful. Well, I beg to differ, and in those situations it's then really actually shows us our ability to regulate our hearts. So let me explain that. Most people actually think that when we talk about mindfulness, it's about, feeling at peace and joy and happy, and it is all of that. But there's so much more to that. I was recently actually explaining to a client of mine that you can actually be in a situation where you have total misalignment to something that's happening. And in fact, it may be that misaligned that it's making you either upset or angry or, one of those emotions that really perhaps brings you stress or chaos. In that situation, it's recognizing that, first of all, that's what you're experiencing. But then it takes it to another level. And for me, it's that intentional consciousness about what is it that I'm actually experiencing and how do I bring my mindful self to the situation. And detaching that emotion to the behavior of what is unfolding in front of you. So this is where I, say to people, you can be angry, you can be frustrated, but our ability to, in that situation, meet people where they're at is what's important. And that's where the shift happens in regulating our heart in that moment to a mindful state. That actual level of awareness, what it does is it equips us to separate the emotion that we are experiencing to the behavior of the situation or of the person, and be in a place of gratitude in simply actually recognizing that, finding kindness in ourselves for the person or the situation in what they are seeing or feeling or experiencing for themselves. So we still can have joy in that moment for what we bring to the situation, despite the chaos, the stress, the anxiety that we are a part of in that situation. What does that do? Well, that actually then allows us to continuously regulate our heart. And of course, we're not going to get it right all the time, but that ability for us to recognize that this is where we're at enables us then to, have control of what it is that we want for ourselves, because at the end of the day, that's all that we can actually do. So mindfulness and that actual coherence with our heart, that's in our control. These are things that I can tell you I continue to practice. I am human, but I am also cognizant and I am intentionally conscious of what I want to contribute.